factor of 108 and 96. Okay, 108 96 to the power 5 times 3 to the power 1. So the highest common factor of 108 and 96. Okay. The highest common factor simply means a factor which is common in 108 and 96, which is the highest number as well. So in this case, we have 2 to the power 2, which is 4, and here we have 3 to the power 1. So we can rewrite this as 2 to the power 2 times 3 to the power 1 times 3 to the power 2. I have not changed anything. And rewrite 96 as, well, 2 to the power 5 can be written as 2 to the power 2 times 2 to the power 5 minus 2. This should now be 3 times 3 to the power 1. Now look at this. Look at the magic. Well, so the highest common factor is 2 to the power 2 is present in 108, or better, using the correct language, we would say 2 to the power 2 is common in 108 and 96. There it is. 3 to the power 1 is common in 108 and 96. So common in all the two numbers. So we take all those numbers that are common in the two numbers and write them only once. We do not have to repeat them, okay? So 2 squared and 3 to the power 1. 2 squared and multiply them times 3 to the power 1. These are the numbers that are common. 2 squared is 4. 3 is just the same thing as 3, because 2 to the power 1 is 3. 4 times 3, that gives us 12. Bingo. 12. So 12 is the highest common factor of 108 and 96. Nice. Let's look at C. Work out the lowest common multiple of 108 and 96. The lowest common multiple is the lowest number divisible, that is divisible by 108 and 96 without a remainder. So to get the lowest number, we'll look at the numbers that are not common to the two numbers. Okay? In this case, we have 2 to the power 5 and 3 to the power 3. So we'll take, in fact, what we will do is, we'll write down all the factors, all the prime factors that are common. In this case, we have 2, and we'll take the highest power. So to the power 5, in fact, let me say LCM, we have 2 to the power 5 times 3. Okay, so we'll say 3 to the power 3. We'll take the highest power. So 2 to the power 5 times 3 to the power 3, this will give me 864. And surely enough, 864 is divisible by 108 and 96. 864. Cool. So a rule for always getting LCM is you look for factors, look for the bases that are common. In this case, 2, base 2 is common, 3 is common. Write them down, multiply them, 2 times 3, and then take the highest powers. For 2, the highest power is 5, and for 3, the highest power is 3. Then just work that one out, which is 864. So that's how you get your lowest common factor. Hi, we're looking at question 10. Question 10, the ratio of teachers, male learners, female learners in a school is 178. The total number of learners is 720. Find the number of teachers in the school. So we have a ratio. Teachers, male learners, and female learners. Right. So that you have 1 for teachers, 7 for male learners, and 8 for female learners. It seems this school is well populated by female learners. That's interesting. All right. So the total number of learners, let's see, total number of the ratios, we would say 1 plus 7 plus 8. That will give us 7. 8 plus 8, that gives us 16. So if I'm to find the number of teachers in the school, so the number of teachers would be teachers over total ratio, which is 16. But I know that the ratio of teachers is 1, so 1 over 16 times the total number of people. That includes female learners, teachers, and male learners. I don't know what that number is. That should give me what I'm looking for, which is the number of teachers in the school. But I do not know what x is, so I need to get x. But I can only work with what I'm given. From what I'm given, it says that total number of learners is 720. What that means is the number of learners, that includes both male learners and female learners, their total number is 720. So 7 plus 8, that is 7 plus 8, how much is that? 8 plus 8 is 16, so minus 1, that is 15. So 15 over 16 multiplied by x should give us 720. From here I can work out what x is. So x is equal to 720 multiplied by 16 divided by 15. You ask, how did I do that? What I did was multiply this by 16, multiply there by 16, 16 falls away. Now I'll only be left with 15 times x is equal to 720 times 16. Now divide by 15, divide by 15 everywhere. That's how we got to x is equal to 720 times 16 over 15. So that gives us x as what is x? As 768. So in total, the population of the school is 768 people, including teachers and learners. So To get the number of teacher, we would say 1 over 16 times 768. And that gives us 48 teachers on the school. And just like that, question 11. Speed of a racing car is 288 kilometers an hour. Convert this speed to meters per second. Well, this is an easy one. So you just divide by 3.6. You divide it by 3.6, and that will give you 80 meters per second. 80 meters per second. For someone who's like, oh, where does this 3.6 come from? That's okay. I'll take time to explain it. That's a faster way of converting kilometers per hour to meters per second. But now here is an explanation approach. 288 kilometers per hour. So we know that to convert kilometers to meters, we need to multiply kilometers by 1,000. So we would say 288 multiplied by 10 to the power 3. So that kilo changes to 10 to the power 3. And then to convert hours to seconds, we need to multiply 1 hour multiplied by 60. Well, yeah, 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes, and converting 60 minutes to seconds, we know that 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So 60 seconds of 60 minutes would be 60 1 minute, 60 minutes times 60 to get that 2 seconds. So this becomes meters per second. And say, if you work that one out on your calculator, you get exactly 80 meters per second. Greetings, question 12 it is. Without using a calculator, find the value of 7 and 1 over 5 divided by 4 over 5. Show all your working. So this one is 3 marks. Go ahead and do it. 7 and 1 over 5. This will be 4. This will be 5. 5 over 4. 5 over 4. Yes. Okay, so this becomes 5 and 5 cancel. So I'm just left with 36 over 4. So I could say how many times does 2 go into 4? That's 2 times. How many times does 2? How many times is 2 divisible by 36? Would say 2 in 3 is how many times? Well, that is 1. Remainder 1. Put that 1. This becomes 16. So 2 in 16, that is 8. So that's 18 over 2. 18 divided by 2. 2 in 2 is 1. 2 in 18, that is 9. 9 over 1, which is the same thing as 9. So our final answer is 9. Right. Question 13. In the spaces provided, write each number in the calculation above, rounded correct to the nearest whole number. Okay. Whole number, all we want is just numbers without commas or numbers after the comma. So in that case, 10.625, we round up, that becomes 11. 3.15. Well, we're interested in having a whole number, that we just have 3, because 1 cannot round off unless it was 5. As for 5.4, 4 is less than 5, so 5 remains 5. We cannot round up or round, yeah. And 1.8, 8 is greater than 5, so we can round up to 2. That's 2. Use your answer in part A to work out an estimate of the calculation. 11 plus 3, that's 11 plus 3, that's 14, divided by 5 times 2, that's 10. So 14 divided by 10, 14 divided by 10 is the same thing as having 14. Then would move the comma 1 time. So 14.0, so it's the same thing as having 14.0 divided by 10. That means we move the comma 1 time. So that gives us 1.4. 1.4, 14 divided by 10, just 1.4 is the final answer. How did we get that? Well, sorry. Many times does 10 go into 14? 1 time. Remainder 1, remainder 4. Many times does 10 go into 4? 0. Remainder, well, put the 0 there and say how many times does 10 go into 40? That is 4 times 1.4. Next up, 14. Calculate the length of AC. This is AC. Since it's a right angled triangle, we know that this is the opposite, that is the hypotenuse. And this is the adjacent, assuming this was our angle. In this case, to get the opposite, we subtract it from the hypotenuse, because that's the longest side. So AC is equal to, let's say AC squared using Pythagoras is equal to AB squared minus BC squared. Therefore, AC is equal to plus minus square root of AB squared minus BC squared. This gets to 12.2 squared minus 8.3 squared. That gives us final answer of 8.94 plus minus 8.94 1 centimeters. 8.94 centimeters. Let's round it off to 3 significant figures or 2 decimal places. And yeah, our distance or our length is 8.94. That's for A.